Hello. It's been a week since Storm Dara came through and left us with quite a lot of damage on our farm. And last weekend, well, what an amazing weekend. My friend Tony came over and he spent Saturday and Sunday tackling this tree behind me that has fallen over into the willow that's also behind me here. And we were able to see a bit more of what had happened and the damage. And anyway, here's how we got on. There are times when, you hit a crisis and you don't know where to start. And I had very much got into that kind of frozen, almost like rabbit in the headlights. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. Over here, a really big tree that filled that space has come down. It's kind of landed in amongst the willow, but worse than that, it's come down on the fence there, breaking the fence, and now rabbits can get in at this end as well. And I really don't know where to start dealing with this, because this tree, well, let me spin around this way first. So behind me, there's enormous pile of brush. Here is not brush at all. These are bits of tree, the canopy that Tony managed to cut off, and this will all get chipped. He's also lent me his chipper so that over time I can do some chipping and get this done. I actually quite like this pile. It's about 25 feet across and 20 feet deep and maybe 6 or 7 feet high at its highest point. But there's still all of this to come down. But what Tony has managed to do is to cut the trunk here and there and clear the bit in the middle so that I can get through and put up a temporary rabbit fencing, which I'm going to do today, so I can just put in something to secure this food forest from the rabbits getting in. And here at the field shelter that has got picked up and kind of sat onto the neighbour's fence. It's kind of sitting on the fence posts further along. That had left a gap down here that gave rabbits access. So I have now put in a new piece of wire. I've got to come through with the staples in a minute and staple it onto the back of the field shelter to make that secure, but I'm feeling pretty happy that it's going to be as good as it can be for now, until such time as we can get a tractor in here to try and pull this mighty heavy field shelter forwards again. and then he says he's going to come back and deal with all of this. I mean, it's just vast. He was saying he hadn't realised how big the tree was. The tree stump here, so you see it's got these two marks in it. Well, it's actually rotten through from the roots kind of going up through, so it was weakened, and it was growing in like in the side of a stream, so its roots weren't like in a very huge space. Anyway, the actual root ball is is about 8 feet across and high and things. It's also taken out a hazel tree on this side and a holly on that side. So this is the holly here. That's also been partly uprooted. It was by no means a small tree. However, I can now make it rabbit proof, which was the bit that had really kind of got to me. So the good news is we now have a lot of wood, which Mr. J has been taking through to our wood barn, which over the next few months we can saw down and split and get it ready, stacked, to be able to use it either next winter or the one after. And as I said, all of this will become wood chips, which is great. I can put them in the bottom of the chicken run, I can use them in the garden, and I can use them for making compost. And so once again, I have been reminded just how amazing the power of friendship is, how fantastic people can be in a crisis, and just what lovely friends I've got. How fortunate I am in that, and how grateful I am that Tony was happy to come and help at the point when I was, well, falling apart really, not knowing what to do. And yes, it may sound like I was being over dramatic. I wasn't. I was actually I just didn't know where to begin in terms of trying to deal with this. Although we have chainsaws, they're electric ones, battery powered ones. They certainly weren't going to be strong enough to deal with all of this and the huge, great big pieces of wood that were involved here. And Mr. J is at his busiest time of year, and I didn't feel I could say, well, you know, after you've worked a 10-hour day, please could you come and in the dark try and take the tree down. It just wasn't going to happen, and it wouldn't have been safe. So what can I say? I'm still I'm really saddened that these trees are damaged. I'm still a bit overwhelmed by the sheer volume of work there is left to do. However, it's not the same sort of utterly overwhelmed and not even knowing where to begin. The work has begun, and I'm going to be able to make this end of the food forest completely secure from bunnies. And for that, I'm grateful, I'm happy, and I'm jolly pleased.